What's up guys, TC here and welcome back to Starbound Custom Creations, and today we are taking a look at the sniper rifle category. So this is a category everyone has been requesting for a while now, so I wanted to jump on it. We actually have 5 entries for today. Now they're not all brand new. A couple of these were released with the my battle facility map, but their code hasn't been made available until now. So if you played that, you'll probably recognize these. If not, I guess it's all new to you. 2 of them are brand spanking new, I've never put out before. So with that being said, let's jump in. And one thing is I'm going to kind of go in order of kind of like a standard, like more traditional sniper rifle, all the way to kind of weird ones towards the end. So this first one here is called the Impact Sniper. So this is a very traditional sniper rifle. It's just exactly like you would think. It's got a piercing round, very high damage. Doesn't have anything crazy about it, but this is, you know, you got to have a standard sniper kind of, so you can kind of build off that. But its secondary is a built-in kind of I think it's an energy lance, that's what it's called. I think this is on the default sniper sometimes, and it's really just a way to push enemies back whenever they get too close. It does good damage, and this one also applies the slowness effect to monsters so that they can't approach you, which is really useful for a sniper. So if someone gets too close, you can just pop them, and that'll push them back away from you. So moving on from that, this next one is brand new. This is the Force Charge Rifle. The base weapon for this is actually a bow, and so what I wanted was something that the longer you hold the fire button, the more charge it'll do. And so you'll see this one here, if we just barely tap it, it'll do like 1 damage, so like nothing. But if you hold it just a little bit longer, you get 30, then you get 63, and then 115 if you get a perfect shot, and the full charge and hold does 92. So as you can see, like the longer you hold this thing up to the 115, is the damage output it will do. And it's really cool because it's not set on like a base, like a set charge time. Like the charge gun has like, it uses just per shot, like has a set damage amount. This one uses a really unique multiplier that's unique to the bows. So it's pretty cool. Its secondary is another thing that's unique to the bows, the Zen shot. Now it doesn't really work very well in here, but the idea is that you, wherever you have your cursor, hold right click and launch it, and it shoots this little ball up. And if the ceiling wasn't here, you could actually, these little grenades would always land wherever your cursor is. So maybe we can hop over here and do this real quick. 1 second. Maybe you guys can kind of see this, because it's a pretty unique ability. So like if you put your cursor like here, hold the charge, and it's supposed to land directly on it. As you can see, the little shots will always impact wherever your cursor is, which is really cool. It's kind of hard to tweak. It's a very like kind of hard-coded ability. There's not a lot you can do with it. Excuse me, outside of swap out the projectiles, but I thought it was pretty cool, unique ability. Now the next one here is also brand new, and this one I took a little bit of inspiration from Photoloss in his old Nova Soul arc. I wanted to make a sniper rifle with that kind of whip beam animation. So this is the Plasma Conductor rifle. So this thing is really cool. Basically wherever you tap it, it does an instantaneous beam blast, and anywhere, like if you hit them directly, 87, an indirect shot will do 69, and then if you just get hit by the beam, it does 18. So it's really cool that you can kind of, any monsters that get overlapped with the beam will also take damage. Now one of the downsides to this weapon is that because its base weapon is a whip, it actually uses no energy. So I had to make it considerably weaker for a sniper rifle. There's really no way to apply an energy requirement for a melee weapon. So I was kind of limited on that. So the best thing I could do was lower its rate of fire a little bit and make it so that it wasn't that strong. It still might be a little bit OP, but I mean, I figured I'd include it anyways. It's kind of a fun thing. And the secondary is just a landmine. You just pop it on the ground there. It does suck all your energy up. I figured you might as well use it for something, considering this weapon doesn't use any energy. But yeah, it's just a general landmine. It doesn't do impact damage. They have to walk over it. But I think if I can get it to land right by him. There we go. So when this one blows up in a few minutes, I guess, we'll get to see how much damage it does. It's pretty strong. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. How strong was this one? Actually, I think I made it kind of medium. Oh, no, it's weak. 29. So I might tweak that a little bit before I put the code out. But anyways, moving on from there, we have the Transwarp Sniper. So this one is in the it's in the battle facility, and this one is a staff as the primary weapon. And so you'll see here is this is kind of another take on that charge, but if you don't fully charge it, nothing happens. And the idea behind this is it after charging fires higher energy round through slip space, hitting instantly. So the idea is that you can charge way back here, and wherever your cursor is at the time of the full charge is where it will go off. It's not a matter of letting go either. Like if you just hold the cursor down, if you let off, it won't work. You have to hold it all the way to the final point, and it'll kind of blow up automatically at the end of the charge period. And then you have to kind of rinse and repeat, recharge it. But it's a cool ability. It's very powerful, and it's basically hit scan, and as long as you're accurate, it's very powerful. It does take a lot of energy to use, though. And its secondary is kind of a fun little thing that you don't see on snipers very much, and that's the flip slash. Just kind of a mobility-based thing. You know, it's kind of fun for a sniper rifle. You don't see it on guns very often. And the last one here is the focus rifle. Now, I was incredibly hesitant to include this weapon in the battle facility because this is the one weapon in the game, or that I've made, that has the potential for like outrageous damage amounts. So if you use this thing, you'll see kind of why, especially in admin mode. I had to make it incredibly energy hungry. There you go. It's hard to say. Because it's essentially what I wanted is a weapon that's damage would ramp up the longer you fired it. And the only way to get that is with the lava status effect, the melting. And so you'll see, it won't work on punchy, but with the pop top though, you'll see how quickly it can rack up. 30, 79, 139, 259, 480. And so I made it really, really energy hungry. That way you can, you can't just kind of abuse it. And you have to do like limited pulses on it, because otherwise you can just get insane damage amounts. Its secondary is an energy area like this, which does make it really useful. So that means that you can be super powerful, but you can't really leave this energy zone. And so it does. Let's pop out of admin mode and I'll show you how much energy it drains. Like that. And as you can see, we're already out of energy. So the idea is to, like, I think the best way to use this thing would be obviously get to like a perch, pop up an energy shield or an energy zone, and then burn targets out that are kind of, you know, away from you. It's a very strong weapon, and I was very close to not including it just because it has potential to be like super duper strong because of that effect. But I tried to make it really energy expensive. But that is all we have for today. You guys let me know what you want to see. I've got some ideas for some other weapon categories. I do actually want to work on one. You guys let me know what you think. It's a living weapons category. So these are like, you know how the tentacle gun is like a living organic monster or whatever, and I think the same with the what is it, worm gun are also living, and the eye sword is a living weapon. So I was thinking about doing a living weapons category. You guys let me know what you think about it, and if we get enough response, then I'll work on some of that. But otherwise, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please rate, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.